They are not just predators. They are not just shadows moving across the white expanse. Wolves are the architects of silence and fear, the specters of the frozen night. To meet the gaze of a wolf in the wild is to confront the primal mirror of humanity itself. A wolf's shadow is more than a presence in snow. It is a ghost written into the myths of every civilization. In Norse tales, wolves chase the sun and moon, threatening to devour the very sky. In Native American stories, the wolf is teacher, guide, warrior. Yet in the cold mathematics of nature, the wolf is hunger shaped into flesh. The bite force of a wolf measures over 400 pounds per square inch, stronger than a German shepherd, weaker than a lion but terrifying in precision. Its jaws are tools not only for killing, but for sculpting the ecology of entire landscapes. A pack of wolves can change rivers by controlling deer populations, letting forests regrow, reshaping the flow of water. This phenomenon, recorded in Yellowstone after wolves were reintroduced, is ecological alchemy, death transforming into life. Their paws leave marks that seem ordinary, but hidden inside each step is adaptation. Wolves can travel 50 kilometers in a single night, crossing frozen tundra with efficiency humans can only envy. The pads of their feet are fur-lined, gripping ice and snow like nature's boots. In human terms, imagine walking barefoot across glaciers and leaving no sign of exhaustion. Nietzsche once wrote, "Invisible threads are the strongest ties." The wolf lives by invisible threads, the pack bond. A lone wolf is myth. Reality belongs to the collective, a moving organism of teeth and fur. The hierarchy is clear: alpha, beta, subordinates, pups, but leadership in wolves is not tyranny. It is balance. It is quiet strength. And when balance breaks, so does the pack. What is rare is the language of wolves. Their howls are not just cries into the void, they are mathematics of sound, carrying for 10 kilometers. A howl can identify the caller, warn enemies, summon allies. To hear a chorus of wolves is to hear the night itself sing. Ernest Hemingway once said, "The world is a fine place and worth fighting for." For wolves, the world is worth howling for, fighting for, bleeding for. The most shocking fact is not their strength, but their restraint. Wolves kill less than their reputation suggests. They can go days without food, waiting, watching, conserving energy. Their hunger is tempered by patience. This balance between violence and silence is what makes them terrifying. A predator that acts only when certain of victory is more fearsome than one that thrashes wildly. Look into their eyes. Science shows that wolves and humans share the same oxytocin response when bonding with companions. The same hormone that lights up when we hold a child or embrace a friend. It burns in a wolf's brain when it greets a packmate. They are killers, yes, but killers with love. What does that say about us? That love and violence are perhaps not opposites but shadows of the same root. Henry David Thoreau wrote, "Wildness is the preservation of the world." In the wolf, wildness is not preserved, it is alive. It breathes frost, it leaves blood in the snow, it carries the heartbeat of the forest. Remove the wolf and the forest withers. Remove the forest and humanity follows. To compare wolf and man is unavoidable. We too form packs. We too wage silent wars for territory, hierarchy, survival. Yet man has machines, cities, language carved into steel. The wolf has only teeth and silence. And still, we fear its shadow. Perhaps because it reminds us of what we lost, or perhaps because it reminds us of what we still are. Confucius once said, "He who does not trust enough will not be trusted." In the frozen night, trust is survival. A wolf must trust the pack to bring down prey larger than itself. A single hesitation, a fracture in the invisible thread, and the hunt collapses. In this, wolves teach us the price of doubt. The rarity of true wild wolves in today's world makes them ghosts of their former selves. Once spread across the northern hemisphere, their populations have been broken by rifles, poisoned meat, human fear. In some cultures, wolves were hunted not as predators but as demons. Yet the true demon is absence. A world without wolves is not safer, it is emptier, weaker, less alive. Imagine their claws scraping ice, their breath steaming in night air. Imagine a pack running beside the aurora borealis, their shadows crossing white plains like ink across parchment. This is not folklore. This is happening in the Siberian taiga, in Alaska's frozen mountains, in Canada's endless forests. They are the frozen night's ghosts, but they are also its guardians. They keep balance by blood. They preserve silence by hunger. And in every howl, there is a story that echoes longer than human empires. Hemingway's words return. The world breaks everyone, and afterward many are strong at the broken places. Wolves have been broken by bullets, by fear, by centuries of persecution. Yet they endure, stronger in the broken places, stronger in the shadow, stronger in the frozen night. And if you ever stand alone on a tundra, with the moon above and the snow stretching into eternity, and you hear that haunting chorus, remember, you are not alone. You are being watched by ghosts, not the dead but the living shadows of wolves. If this journey into the frozen hunt of wolves spoke to you, I ask you to help keep these stories alive. This channel is young, fragile, and needs its own pack. Every gesture of support is a pawprint beside mine, carrying us forward into the next wilderness. The link is in the description. Walk with us, and the shadows will keep rising.